Hey guys, how's it going? I just wanted to jump on here and do our weekly check-in again. So, once again, I'm just doing this every week to show you an example of how easy it is to track your food and what kind of results you'll actually get because of that. So, didn't put any of my macros in for the last week. I'm actually a few days past a week, so we'll do all of them leading up until today. So we need to go back to the 10th. So remember with this, we're tracking on our phone, so we have a daily tracker, and then we just upload that information to here. So protein 277. So I feel like this last week I did much better on food overall. So definitely less fat, more of the good stuff that we needed. Although the first day I'm over, go figure. Nice. So we're good there. Protein 279. So as you can see, I have kind of found a groove here where I can take the macros that I need to get and I can replicate what I'm eating every day and get a pretty consistent totals of calories and get pretty close on my percentages of macros. Well, this was an off day. But even on my off days this week, I did a little bit better than I normally do. So everything overall should be better than the weeks prior. But as you know, we will fill all this out and then check our averages for the week to see how we did. 300 grams of protein, that's a PR. Nice. 4.99 on the carbs, Jesus. So extra motivated last week with the nutrition and 56 grams of fat. That might be my best day to date. 3,700 calories, low on fat, high carbs, high protein. So see, it only took me, I don't know, what entry is that? 64 days to hit what I needed to hit. So anybody with the expectations of like, you should be able to do this right out of the gate when somebody gives you macros, don't fool yourself. That is not how this goes. So this is a cheat day for me on the weekend. Sometimes those cheat days include just not eating a lot. That might not have been a cheat day. That might have just been a Friday. Yep, same diff. So some days I don't get in as many calories. But as you notice from that day, I went from 215 down to 211 because I was missing 1,400 calories. So if bulking is the goal like it is for me, that really screwed me. Not as bad as this next day is going to. So this was another cheat day on a Saturday. So instead of it being fatter day, even though I was still high in fat that day, once again, low on calories. So 2 days of being low on calories, actually, and because I ate shit on this day, caused the weight to go back up, ironically. So on Sunday, decided to get back on track a day early because we had those 2 days that were shit. Then we had 472. So as you can see, Sunday I was creeping back into the correct areas. Still over on fat, but since we were low during the week, probably fine overall on average. We'll find out. All right, so that's the last week. Now we'll go to our weekly report. So with the weekly report, remember we're going to give ourselves a grade, so we'll see how we did. Last week was the first A I gave myself because we were within the percentages here, right? So we got real close. Following week, nice, we lowered a percentage in fat. Carbohydrates went up. Protein is still a little bit low on average, but if we look here, it's just relative to the fat. So we were almost right where we need to be fat-wise. Carbohydrate-wise, we're in between these two, which is fine. And then protein-wise, we're in between these two. So if we just lowered the fat a smidge, we'll probably bump this percentage up where it needs to be. But overall, we did really good because on our high days, we're at 51, so 50.4. So really, just more protein still. Although overall, I'm really happy with this. This is by far the best week I've put together. And then, if we look at our weight from last week, we're up about a half a pound. Not even a quarter of a pound. So, not a huge weight gain yet, but I think coming in this week, we will see those numbers climb because of the previous 2 weeks of work that we've done. So one thing we want to keep in mind when we're doing all of this stuff is that sometimes it takes up to 3 weeks for those adaptations to occur. So that's why I think this week I started seeing a jump in the weight because the carbohydrates have been so high. Going with the stimulus I've been using, now it's starting to actually do something with those. So Stay tuned for next week's check-in to see how the progression goes, see if we can keep this average around 216, because that would be a nice big jump when it comes to bulking. And go ahead and like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you ever have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message directly, whether it's coaching-wise for nutrition, strength and conditioning, or mobility. Thanks.